Good afternoon. I'm Maryam Ahmad, and welcome to the 148th annual meeting of the Chicago Bar Association. Thank you for joining us for our second virtual annual meeting. As the CBA continues to evolve with the times, we are hopeful that we will see you all in person for future meetings and events sooner rather than later. We hope that you will enjoy all we have planned for today, and we encourage you to chat during the meeting. Let's begin the meeting with an invocation. I am happy to invite Nicholas Tiska to give our invocation.
Mindful that our Chicago Bar Association members come to us from many different faith perspectives, let us begin this afternoon together with a moment of prayer. For Roman Catholics, Thomas More is known as a patron saint for attorneys. I'd like to briefly recite a prayer to him that has become known, quite simply, as the lawyer's prayer. I pray for the glory of God and the pursuit of his justice, that I, with you, St. Thomas More, may be trustworthy with confidences, keen in study, accurate in analysis, correct in conclusion, able in argument, loyal to clients, honest with all, courteous to adversaries, and ever attentive to conscience. Sit with me at my desk and listen with me to my clients' tales. Read with me in my library and stand always beside me, so that today I shall not, to win a point, lose my soul. Pray for me and with me, that my family may find in me what your family found in you: friendship and courage, cheerfulness and charity, diligence and duties, counsel in adversity, patience in pain. Bear good servant, but God's first. Amen. Lynn, on behalf of the Real Property Law Committee of the Chicago Bar Association and the Catholic Lawyers Guild of Chicago, congratulations, and may God bless you in the coming year.
Thank you, Nick. Before we move on to the reading of the minutes, I would like to take a moment to recognize the hard work and dedication of our outgoing board members: Jonathan Amarillo, Charles Goldberg, Michael Lufrano, Lauren Novak, Judge Nicole Patton, Tricia Rich, Ajay Shah, and Adam Zeblin. Thank you for your leadership and guidance you gave this year and your continued commitment to and support of the Chicago Bar Association. And now back to business. I would like to welcome CBA Secretary Ray J. Koenig III to read the minutes from the 2020 annual meeting.
Good afternoon. As Secretary of the Chicago Bar Association, the bylaws require me to read the minutes from the prior year's annual meeting. Since that meeting clocked in at a little over an hour last year, I estimate that I could read our minutes today in less than 30 minutes. So the meeting opened at 12:02 and...
Excuse me, Ray. I'd like to make a motion.
Oh, hey, look, it's Kernisha Padilla, incoming YLS Secretary Treasurer. Yes, Kernisha, of course. Please do make your motion.
Thank you, Ray. I move to waive the formal reading of the minutes from last year's annual meeting.
Oh, thanks, Kernisha, and we look forward to seeing you do great things with the YLS and the CBA. However, unfortunately, without a second to your...
Right, so, hey, how you doing?
Hey.
So I'd like the second, Carnisha's very wise and timely motion there to waive those minutes.
Octavio Duran, former YLS chair and incoming board member. Absolutely. Your second is appreciated. Thanks again for that and your continuing service to the CBA. Since Octavio is seconding Kernisha's motion to waive the reading of the minutes, I suppose that means I need to call for a vote on the motion. Everyone, please submit your vote by text. All in favor? Any opposed? Well, the motion carries and the reading of the minutes is waived. With that, folks, my duty has been satisfied. Enjoy the rest of the meeting.
Thank you, Ray, Kernisha, and Octavio. Our next order of business is the annual Treasurer's Report. Please welcome CBA Treasurer John Shakota and special guest John Amarillo from CBA At the Bar podcast for a deep dive into our financials.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to CBA's At the Bar, a podcast where we have unscripted conversations with our guests about legal news, stories, topics, and whatever else strikes our fancy. I'm your host, John Amarillo of Taft Law, and joining me on the pod today is John Shikoda of Ehrenberg-Golden. John has almost as many years of litigation experience as I have years of life, and I'm pushing 40. Anyway, he is the co-founder of the CBA's mediation service. He's a CBA treasurer, and as a big baseball fan, holy cow, he's either skipping out on work today or he's joining us from his new office space in the friendly confines. John, welcome to At the Bar.
John.
All right. Well, John, have I ever told you how much I enjoy your treasurer's reports at every monthly board meeting?
No.
Good.
Can we go over the numbers now?
Don't be off-putting, John.
You should be off-putting.
You calling me fat? Look, this year hasn't been easy on any of us, all right? And fine, maybe I ate some of my feelings, but it was an unexpectedly tough year.
Well, it's been unexpectedly good for the CBA, John.
Yeah, all right. We should probably go over that or whatever. Go ahead.
Let us just say as the CBA plan for the fiscal year, it seemed as though we had already 2 strikes against us. With the challenges of the pandemic continuing, we had to be agile and reduce expenses to account for the anticipated loss of revenue due to the absence of in-person events and seminars.
If you're telling me you're cutting the podcast.
No. Don't worry. We've got a great team and we're keeping the podcast. And of course, we're keeping you, John, because we all just love and admire what you do with At the Bar. But in the midst of the pandemic last spring, through the partnership with Executive Director Beth McMean and former Executive Director Terry Murphy, and of course, our great CFO, Mark Cellini, we proposed an ultra-conservative break-even budget that was reviewed and approved by the Finance Committee. Fortunately, through the hard work of the CBA, staff, and the assistance from CBA leadership and the board, we are thrilled to report we had better than expected dues revenue and collections, and we ended the fiscal year 2021 with a surplus of over $200,000. Through leadership of Beth McMean, we were able to further reduce our expenses for the year below the budget at the CBA, all while the CBA staff worked remotely from home the entire year.
Well, that is great news, John. It sounds like the CBA team really hit it out of the park this year. So what do those improved financials mean for the organization?
The improved financials for fiscal year 2021 allowed the CBA to improve on its already strong cash position for its operating accounts. This was especially critical as the Finance Committee was given the opportunity to begin depositing the proceeds from the sale of the 6th floor at the CBA in February of 2020 into our, of course, CBA Special Gifts and Legacy Fund, which has a current balance of $2.1 million.
I'll admit I'm impressed. So what does this mean for the coming financial year?
Although the pandemic seems to be slowing, the CBA is prepared for the additional challenges along the way as membership again begins to meet in person. The fiscal year 2022 budget will again be balanced, and the CBA expects to keep the Special Gifts and Legacy Fund intact to allow it to grow from its current over $2.1 million balance. This past year has put an additional emphasis on the importance of non-dues revenue sources for the CBA, which the leadership has recognized and is actively working to improve and to initiate and develop. For example, we launched our new mediation service under the expert guidance and leadership of Judge Tom Mulroy, and now offer efficient and cost-effective conflict resolution for business and legal disputes with experienced and trained CBA member mediators. Additionally, we have stellar offerings from our CBA insurance agency, which has been providing quality insurance solutions to lawyers and law firms since 1993.
Sounds like the CBA is set up for a successful 2022. Anything else before the first pitch?
Yes, as a reminder to all CBA members, the CBA's financials are closely audited annually by the leading and respected auditing firm of RSM. This past year, the CBA received another 5-star report on its audited financials, so we can ensure the membership that the CBA is within compliance on its accounting procedures and policies. Lastly, the CBA continues to administer the important member benefit of the Wolf Fund, which supports ill or incapacitated Cook County lawyers. This is quite a benefit for our members. This Wolf Fund has provided over $115,000 in benefits to Wolf Fund recipients this past fiscal year, and the fund has grown to over $3.8 million. And the investments are closely monitored by our CBA Finance Committee and our CBA leadership.
It is a well-managed team, that's for sure. And that is our totally unscripted show for today. I want to thank our guest, CBA Treasurer John Shikoda, for joining us. Remember, you can follow us, send us your comments, questions, episode ideas, or just troll us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter at CBA at the bar, all one word. Until next time, for everyone here at the CBA, thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon at the bar.
Thanks, John, and kudos to you and the Finance Committee for navigating the challenges of this year and for keeping us on track. And go Sox! Go Cubs was written into my original script, but I had to change that. Now it's time to introduce our new officers and board members. I invite CBA past President Dan Coten, the chair of the CBA Election Committee, to give the committee's report.
Good afternoon, and welcome to the Chicago Bar Association Election Committee report. I'm Dan Coten, and I'm here to report on the latest results from the CBA Election Committee. This is just in from the Election Committee. There were no new nominations made other than the nominations already made by the nominating committee. If there had been nominations opposed to those by the nominating committee, that might have made for an exciting election committee report. But since that wouldn't be healthy for the organization as a whole, I'm happy to simply report what the nominating committee has determined. So, pursuant to Article 8, Section 8.7 of the bylaws of the association, the Elections Committee casts the vote of members of the association for the following nominees selected by the nominating committee. For second vice president, Ray J. Koenig III. For secretary, Catherine Carso Liss. For treasurer, John C. Shikoda. And the following nominations for 2-year terms to the Board of Managers: Michael L. Karaki, Octavio Duran, Robert W. Fioretti, Malcolm Skip Harsh, Risa R. Lanier, Patricia L. McCarthy, the Honorable James M. McGing, Sandra S. Yamate. Now, under the bylaws of the association, the second vice president of the association automatically succeeds to the office of first vice president. This year, Timothy Tomasic, having served during the past year as second vice president, automatically succeeds to the office of first vice president. In addition, the first vice president of the association automatically succeeds to the office of president. This year, Lynn Grayson, having served during the past year as first vice president, automatically becomes president. Congratulations to our new board members and officers.
Thank you, Dan. What a fantastic group of talented attorneys and judges joining the CBA leadership. I know they will accomplish great things this year, and we cannot forget to recognize our wonderful continuing board members, Judge Charles Beach, Alexis Crawford Douglas, Judge Claire McWilliams, Juan Morado, Brandon Peck, Ashley Raphael, Antonio Romanucci, and Judge Maria Valdez. Next, I am honored to welcome Judge LaShonda Hunt from the Northern District of Illinois to swear in our new officers and board members.
Can you all please raise your right hand? And please state your name,
I,
Ray
Koenig,
Soda,
will faithfully execute my duties as an officer of the Chicago Bar Association to the best of my ability and in accordance with the bylaws of the association.
I will.
I will.
All right, congratulations. Can everyone please raise your right hand? And please state your name,
I, Patricia McCarthy,
Gal Crockett,
will faithfully execute my duties as a member of the Board of Managers of the Chicago Bar Association to the best of my ability and in accordance with the bylaws of the association.
I will.
I will.
Okay, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to Judge LaShonda Hunt, and congratulations to our new Board of Managers and officers. We are excited to see all that you will accomplish for the CBA and wish you all the best. I look forward to continuing to serve on the Executive Committee and Board with all of you. Now, I would like to share a few words of thanks and a fond farewell as we close out this year. Good afternoon. My name is Maryam Ahmad, and for a few more minutes, I am your current Chicago Bar Association president. When I was installed in late June 2020, we were still reeling from the reality and impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. We were also struggling with the aftermath of George Floyd's murder by police and the resulting protests and fallout in our communities. As I stood in my neighborhood, which had been deleteriously impacted by rioting and looting, I asked you, our CBA membership, to recommit to Chicago, to recommit to the bar, meaning our legal profession, and to recommit to principles of association. I asked you to do this understanding the challenges that the bar and the legal profession would be facing during the upcoming year. And CBA, you did not disappoint. During a webinar interview with Illinois Supreme Court Chief Justice Ann Burke in August 2020, she insightfully stated that COVID-19 wasn't the change that the legal profession wanted, but it was the change that the legal profession needed.
There is no reason for you to come to the courthouse.
COVID forced the courts and the bar to immediately pivot, granting access to justice and to the courts and access to legal education for lawyers, judges, and our residents in an online environment. Finally, CBA, you stayed true to principles of association. Like many of you, I enjoyed our proud tradition of banquets and receptions, but COVID forced us to reimagine new ways of celebrating each other's achievements and to continue connecting across the miles and internet. Now, as our nation and community begin to emerge from the quarantine, isolation, and limitations of the pandemic, we will all bring with us new skills, new ways of ensuring justice, and a deeper appreciation of each other. Friends, the CBA, like a phoenix, continues to rise and continues to thrive. Attendance at committee meetings during this pandemic year has been phenomenal, You did that. We have offered a greater selection of continuing legal education programs, and the attendance at those programs shows what we knew. You are lifelong learners committed to developing your talents and to improving the legal profession. Thank you all for recommitting to the CBA, for remaining resolute, and for continuing to advance 148 years of legal education, service, and devotion to the law. Congratulations to Lynn Grayson, our next president, and to Tracy Brandmeier, the incoming Young Lawyer Section Chair. Thank you to Executive Director Beth McMean, the Executive Committee of the Board and Board of Managers, and to my colleagues at the Cook County State's Attorney's Office. It has been the honor of a lifetime to serve you this year as President of the Chicago Bar Association. Thank you. Before I pass the gavel to Lynn, I would like to share a message from many of our CBA's past presidents. They have come together to remind us of the organization's purposes and objectives, as well as the mission statements that guide our good work caring for and supporting our members, the justice system, and the communities where we live and work.
As past presidents of the Chicago Bar Association, we appreciate the importance of the CBA's history within the legal community in Illinois and nationwide.
Today, we remind everyone of the CBA's guiding principles to inspire all of you to continue your dedication and commitment to the CBA and its mission for years to come.
Founded in 1874, the Chicago Bar Association is one of the oldest and most active metropolitan bar associations in the United States.
Of more than 17,000, consists largely of lawyers and judges from Cook County and the state of Illinois, but with membership throughout the United States and internationally too.
The CBA is founded on three guiding purposes and objectives that are equally, if not more important today than in the past.
First, to establish and maintain the honor and dignity of the profession of the law, and to promote the general welfare of the members of the bar, particularly by sponsoring and supporting continuing legal education programs covering new developments in the field of law.
Second, to cultivate social relationships among its members, and
third, to increase the usefulness of the legal profession in promoting the due administration of justice and the public good.
In furtherance of these guiding principles, the CBA has adopted the following 9 mission statements.
1, improve the effectiveness and efficiency of the administration of justice in Chicago, the state of Illinois, and the nation.
2, increase members' effectiveness and efficiency in the practice of law.
3, assure the availability of quality legal services to all persons at an affordable cost.
4, ensure that bench and bar adhere to acceptable professional and ethical standards.
Number 5, improve public understanding of the functions and importance of our legal and constitutional system and encourage respect.
Build a better body of statutory and regulatory jurisprudence.
7, increase public understanding and respect for the legal profession.
Number 8, develop feasible programs to encourage a bar more reflective of the racial and ethnic diversity of the Chicago metropolitan area.
Number 9, to provide programs, services, and facilities to fulfill the needs of our members in their practices, and to promote an atmosphere of collegiality, all in furtherance of our mission.
The CBA convenes over 100 substantive law and service committees and provides hundreds of hours of continuing legal education every year.
In 1971, the award-winning Young Lawyer Section
AKA YLS, was formed to address the needs and issues of newly admitted lawyers and young lawyers.
For members within the first 10 years of practice, the YLS offers substantive practice committees as well as public service committees and community outreach projects.
Celebrating its 50th anniversary this year, the YLS has succeeded in providing leadership opportunities for young lawyers and driving positive change in the practice of law in our communities since its inception.
The nationally recognized YLS has repeatedly received the American Bar Association Award for the Best Young Lawyer section in the United States. And the good work continues with the launch of the Racial Justice Coalition and many other efforts as well.
The CBA's leadership is selected by the membership, and the 18-member Board of Managers and 6-officer Executive Committee share the important duty of leading the CBA and managing day-to-day matters that arise.
As the charitable arm of the CBA, the Chicago Bar Foundation has been bringing Chicago's legal community together since 1948. And it's all designed to improve access to justice for people in need and to make the legal system fairer and more effective for everyone.
The Chicago Bar Association is proud to support the Chicago Bar Foundation's vision that the justice system is fair and accessible for all people in the Chicago metropolitan area, and that Chicago's legal community embraces its leadership responsibility to uphold this fundamental American principle.
This important work continues with the launch of the CBA-CBF Task Force on the Sustainable Practice of Law and Innovation to help shape a better future for our profession, the public, and the justice system.
The CBA's Judicial Evaluation Committee investigates and evaluates qualifications of lawyers who seek or may be considered for nomination, election, appointment, or retention in judicial office, including the publication of the Judge Smart Guide to help educate the public.
The CBA honors and celebrates the many champions of the legal industry who affect change and lead by example through the Alliance for Women Awards, the Earl B. Dickerson Awards, the Justice John Paul Stevens Awards, and the Vanguard Awards.
Your commitment to the guiding principles and the mission statements of the Chicago Bar Association are more important today than ever.
Our wonderful members and our dedicated staff ensure that the CBA will remain relevant, vital, and financially strong so we can fulfill our responsibilities to the organized bar.
We commit to continuing all efforts to support and ensure that the legal community, the justice system, and the communities where we live and work are welcoming to one and all.
Together with our next president, we will embark on the next 150 years with passion and integrity to uphold the mission, purpose, and the proud legacy of the Chicago Bar Association.
The time has come for me to pass the gavel to Lynn Grayson, our incoming CBA president. And in so doing, I am pleased to welcome Chief Justice Ann M. Burke to swear her in. Congratulations, Lynn.
Thank you, Madam President. I appreciate it very much.
Good afternoon. It is truly my honor and privilege to administer the President's Oath to E. Lynn Grayson, the 145th President of the Chicago Bar Association. I have known Lynn for many years. My daughter Jennifer chose Lynn to be her mentor when they both worked at Jenner and Block. Lynn has distinguished herself as an exceptionally gifted and compassionate attorney and is a premier environmental lawyer. Lynn is uniquely qualified to steer the Chicago Bar Association and its members, men and women, through these changing times. As the coronavirus pandemic abates, congratulations, Lynn. I wish you much success during your presidency in the year ahead. Now, would you please raise your right hand and repeat after me? I state your name.
I, E. Lynn Grayson,
will faithfully execute my duties
will faithfully execute my duties
as a president of the Chicago Bar Association
as a president of the Chicago Bar Association
to the best of my ability
to the best of my ability
and in accordance with the bylaws of the association.
in accordance with the bylaws of the association.
Congratulations, Madam President.
Thank you, Chief Justice Burke.
Thank
you
you.
so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Congratulations again to outgoing CBA President Maryam Ahmad on her good work and leadership over the past year. She was the right leader at the right time, and I look forward to continuing to work with her during the coming year with the exceptional CBA Executive Committee and our CBA Board of Governors. I would like to thank my partners and my colleagues and friends at Nyman Franzetti for their kindness and support. I'd also like to thank the past presidents and others, friends, colleagues who have helped and guided me to where I am at today, including past CBA Executive Director Terry Murphy and CBA Executive Director today, Beth McMean. A very special thanks to my husband, Joe Madonia, and to our son, Joe Madonia, for everything that they do and for their ongoing love and support. I am grateful for the opportunity all of you have given me to be this year's CBA president. The organization means so much to so many, including lawyers, judges, and the public that have come to know and to trust the Chicago Bar Association and respect the work of our organization to promote and assist and improve the legal profession, to safeguard and protect the judiciary, and to expand access to justice for those in need. More so now than ever, the role of the organized bar is a critical one to defend the rule of law, to call out injustice and inequality when we see it, and to serve as advocates for our members to ensure a financially viable, sustainable law practice that respects and cares for their health and well-being. We know that the practice of law is changing and that the events of the last year will cause even greater transformation in terms of how and even where we practice law, as well as how lawyers and the public interface with the judiciary. Bar associations that adapt to the changing needs of their members, particularly younger and law students, will find continuing and new opportunities to remain relevant. The last year has shown us the importance of organizational flexibility and new technology to meet the ever-changing needs and expectations of our members. We have demonstrated our resilience and our perseverance. The CBA has adapted, and we will continue to do so. It has been an extraordinary year, and we take pride in our many successes to serve our members, the legal community, and the greater Chicagoland areas where we live and work. I believe that there are positive lessons to be learned from our recent experiences that will benefit all of us moving forward. The workplace will have greater flexibility, and remote working options will make law better and more user-friendly for all of us. There is an increased awareness and caring about lawyer mental health and well-being overall. More compassion and empathy in our workplaces and a greater understanding for the need for work-life balance has arisen as a result of the events of the last year as well. I also believe that we've all developed a can-do attitude when it comes to resilience and adaptability as lifelong learners. We've mastered Zoom, and that's only the beginning. Also, there's a renewed appreciation for the importance of kindness and civility in law. The CBA looks forward to another great year to celebrate, care for, and challenge our members with programs, activities, special events, and community outreach. Some of the key new initiatives that we have for the coming year that I'd like to point out to you include, we are launching the 150th Anniversary Celebration Committee that will be led by Judge Nicole Patton and our own Terry Murphy. We are kicking off DICE, Diversity, Inclusion, Culture, and Equity, that will be led by Justice Michael Hyman and Nina. And you'll hear a lot more about that during the coming year. Legal education for the public will have greater emphasis at the CBA led by Anjay Shah and David Scriven Young. A new Law School Deans Roundtable, led by Katie Liss and Trish Rich, will focus more attention on our Chicagoland law schools, as well as law students. While that has always been a priority for us, it will be even a larger one during the coming year. A Managing Partners Forum to hear from the top what's going on in our legal community will be led by Executive Committee member Ray Koenig. Also, a new Bylaws and Mission Statement Committee will take a hard look at the organizational documents that the CBA is based upon and make sure that we're headed in the right direction and that we have our house in order for our upcoming 150th anniversary. Going along with that, we have a strategic planning committee that will take a look at similar issues headed by Andrew Vail, and two existing initiatives that will be very important for the coming year, the Civics Committee led by John Chakota, as well as the critically important Mission Committee, the very important Membership Committee led by Tim Tomasic. The other thing that I'm proud to announce is that the Chicago Bar Association will return to its offsite CLE programs. And in Q1 2022, we will be going to San Diego for a CLE focused on immigration. And I am proud to have an opportunity to co-chair that event with past CBA presidents Jesse Ruiz, Maryam Ahmad, and myself. So we're very much looking forward to going to San Diego. Immigration is more important now than ever, and that will be an exciting trip for everyone to be a part of. So please look for more information on that note. As Illinois lawyers, CBA members have so much to be proud of and to celebrate. We have an Illinois Supreme Court led by Chief Justice Ann Burke that is making changes each and every day and leading by example to improve access to justice and to make participating in the courts throughout Illinois easier for lawyers too. We have the Illinois Supreme Court Commission on Professionalism that is nationally recognized on topics of importance for all lawyers, including civility, professionalism, and also access to justice. The CBA's charitable arm, the Chicago Bar Foundation, the work they do is nothing short of incredible to improve access to justice and to meet the unmet legal needs of so many in Illinois. The new initiatives that they are about to launch, titled Cook County Legal Aid for Housing and Debt, will help thousands of Illinois residents in the aftermath of the pandemic. I'm also proud to announce that the recommendations of the Chicago Bar Association, Chicago Bar Foundation, Task Force on Sustainable Practice of Law and Innovation will be moving forward during the coming year in order to help Illinois lawyers with more financially viable practices, but also to support greater access for justice. And last but not least, the Chicago Bar Association has the best young lawyers section in the country, engaging young lawyers and law students. We are stronger together because of the work of our YLS. I also would like to take an opportunity to share a special message with law students. Please trust me when I tell you that this is a great time to be a lawyer. Your practice and career track may not be the same as mine, and it certainly will be different, but there are many, many opportunities out there for you as you join the legal profession. As a law student, when I worried about my future, my dad, who was not a lawyer, would tell me that there was always room for one more great lawyer and that everything would be okay. And he was right. Please know that there is a special place for you within the Illinois legal profession. And at the Chicago Bar Association, we are looking forward to your continued participation and looking forward to you joining us as new members. As lawyers, we can do more and we must do more to set an example and lead the way for a more civil, a more just, and a kinder environment for all of us. Lawyers make a difference each and every day in the work they do and the clients and the communities they represent. As we look to the celebration of the Chicago Bar Association's 150th anniversary, let us commit to more kindness and civility in the law, and in working together to make the Chicago Bar Association the organization you want, you need, and you deserve. It is my honor and privilege to serve as the CBA's 145th president. I look forward to working with all of you to make this our best year yet. As we prepare for the upcoming celebration of the 150th anniversary of the Chicago Bar Association, I'm delighted to welcome Chief Judge Evans to share a look at the CBA's history, where we started and how far we've come. Thank you again, Judge Evans, for being with us today. Your help is very much appreciated.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we look forward to the CBA's 150th anniversary in 2024, we reflect on the milestones and accomplishments that have been brought so far. The CBA has a long and storied history of supporting the justice system, serving our local communities, and providing a variety of services and benefits to our members. I hope that you will enjoy this collection of snapshots of key moments in time in the CBA's history. Thank you very much, and enjoy the video.
thank you again to everyone that tuned in today. We hope you share in our excitement about the coming year, and I look forward to gathering in person again in the not so distant future. In the meantime, we look forward to seeing you at a Chicago Bar Association event or program, and hope to see you back in our offices again very, very soon. Please stay safe and well, and thanks again.